I say if you do something for a weekend, a year, you're dabbling, you know. When God calls you to do something, usually you hang in there for a very long period of time, and that's what almost all effective ministry takes time to do that, to be effective in the city or in poor communities. What you're dealing with is the deep level of mistrust that these neighborhoods have experienced over and over again. People promising, hey, we're here to help, we're here to do something good, and then people leave, and especially, you know, think about the damage that can cause with young people, and kids are usually the target of our ambition. You know, we're here to do some really great stuff until something else good comes along. So we really have seen that, you know, part of our job as elders is to help just bring that dose of reality. Like I said, when I came to Chicago, my pastor there told me, hey, if you're not willing to come for 15 years, probably would be better for you not to come. That was a real hard thing for me to hear because, I mean, I didn't think I was ready to make a 15-year commitment, but I was excited about going to Chicago. And so I think that, you know, also the transparency of leadership. I share very honestly, hey, you know, all the bumps and bruises and the failures and the struggles that I've had as pastoring this church or trying to lead or raise up leaders, you know, 3 steps forward and a couple back, and we have as many, you know, stories of failure as success, and you have to be honest about all of that. Families, okay, how are you going to raise your kid in the hood, you know, and what's the price? And there's an idealism that is tempered when your kids begin having to face gang problems and educational challenges, to where many of the families in CCDA, you know, they live in the neighborhood, but they have to find ways to care for their family. It may be sending your kid to a private school. It may be going to a charter school or a magnet school instead of that neighborhood school that just, man, you just know that if you send your kids there, they're not going to do well. And at the same time, you commit yourself to work to rebuild that school or to raise up the quality of that school. So all those things, I think our ministry is really based on a relational model. We're an association of relationships that, you know, I think is what is attractive to CCDA. It's like, you know, we mentor people. We come alongside people. We walk with people for years. I've been in this thing for 20 years, and that kind of long-term friendships, you know, have been the sustaining deal for me. And so, as kind of CEO of this movement, okay, moving from a small core group of lifelong friends to then opening it up so others can engage in the same kind of relational bond. That's really my biggest task, is how do we create an environment where we can really invite new leaders to come into that are going to hear the kind of things that I'm talking about. And so the ambition is not bad, you know, but is it an ambition for the kingdom? Is it an ambition for the kind of things that, you know, we would value, you know, as Christians, or is it just some hotshot young guy that needs to be tempered a little bit? And, you know, I mean, I'm glad folks have come alongside me over the years and said, hey, you know, slow down. You know, you don't need to kill yourself and sacrifice your family. So